Hey, what's up, y'all? Y'all know my slogan. I don't know it all, but I know what I've been through. Now, before we get into this video, make sure you check us out on Patreon at www.patreon.com/Hookah Anonymous _. You guys been telling us to create one for the longest, so we recently created a community where we will upload videos that we can't share on YouTube due to their guidelines, but we'll also be dropping the latest to there first, behind the scenes information that you wouldn't find anywhere else on our socials. So make sure you become a member, and after you do that, head over to our official Instagram page at Hookah Anonymous _ and follow us there. Now without further ado, let's get into what you guys came here to see. Now, I don't even know how I let this go over my head, but in reality I didn't. However, we covered the unaliving of Munna Duke so much that I figured I'd let it slide. However, I think this needs some attention because, fellas, this is a hard testament of when something happens to you, this is basically what's going down after you're gone. Now, as most of y'all already know, OBlock Munna Duke tragically lost his life after he was shot and unalive along with another OBlock member by the name of Youngin just a day before Mother's Day. According to reports, Duke was celebrating one of his associates' birthday who goes by the name OBlock Munna when he came outside of the restaurant everyone was at, and lo and behold, as he got outside, he was attacked along with OBlock Youngin. Now the stories to this day are conflicting because some sources say that the person that did it was on foot, while other sources claim that he was shot during a drive-by shooting. To this day, it's unclear what actually happened. However, we do know that his life was claimed within the attack. Now, someone also pointed out to us that although it was Gleesh's birthday, for some reason Gleesh wasn't even there at that restaurant. Now, don't quote me on that because I wasn't there to be able to tell you whether that's true or not, but that's what the rumor is. And if that is in fact true, it's kind of weird that Gleesh wouldn't be present at his own celebration. But then again, I do see close affiliates who posted videos with Gleesh the same night, but there's no telling if it was at that same exact location. So who knows? Like I told y'all before, I do find it strange how they even decided to have a celebration for another Muslim at a restaurant called Pork Chop Barbecue. It's like total blasphemy. But on the flip side, as I was doing my research, they say the establishment operates as a restaurant, but also have a bar inside that people go to due to it being one of the only bars that stay open late. So I don't know if that may have played a part or who knows. But anyway, Duke had been laid to rest. Some say it was pretty fast, but if you know anything about the Muslim religion, their ceremonies are usually quicker than the average funerals due to them having a much different process. But the thing I want to talk about is the lady drama that Duke appeared to be in even after he isn't even here. Now it's crazy because you would think that at a time like this, the main focus should be on healing, repairing, trying to grieve in peace, getting the kids ready for this different walk of life, being that the father figure is no longer here, you know, things like that. However, it seemed like the main priority that's being talked about is the affairs that Duke may or may have not had with a lot of females within OBlock, including girls who seem to be cool with him and his girlfriend / baby mother at the time, Fat Fat. Chicago female rapper who goes by the name Melo Buckzz. Name came up in the messiness within the whole drama as well in a post that was made by Fat Fat's sister, which was later taken down in a post and delete, would have people thinking that she was referring to Melo Buckzz. Now, as I always tell y'all, think twice, sometimes even 10 times before you post something and feel that you shouldn't be posting it. Because 9 times out of 10, if you feel you shouldn't be posting it, you shouldn't. But if you're gonna post, just know that once it's out there, there's no taking it back, especially if you are anybody of any kind of influence. You live in an era of screen recording and screenshotting, so if you think you're gonna post something, especially involving controversy, and people aren't going to see, then you have another thing coming. And that's exactly what happened with Fat Fat's sister. She would expose that after Duke's passing, his girlfriend and baby mother Fat Fat was able to retrieve his phone and get inside of it. Now I'm sure normally if Duke was still here, she wouldn't be able to go through that phone, which is why one of the first things she did was get into it as soon as she could. And I don't know about that, y'all. My thing is, if you aren't ready to see what's in that man's phone, why go through it? Especially at a time when he passed away. What if you see something you don't like or you see him talking to other girls? are you supposed to feel a way towards him now while you're supposed to be grieving? Like, how does that work? Me personally, I wouldn't want to even go through it for that exact reason, because it would definitely be a weird mix of emotions, and who would want to go through that? However, let's get into the post and delete made by the sister, that she would take to her IG story and say, quote, "And you D-sucking, disloyal, fake snake ad girls can stay away from my sister. She got his phone and she seen all y'all Parkway D-doing butts already. So keep your condolences. If you effed a man and acted like a friend after, get the F on. She got enough love and support." Now underneath that same post by International Drill Music, they would let her have it. One user would say, quote, "Girl, you wasn't the only one. From what I heard, y'all wasn't even together." Another user would say, quote, "How you mad at them and your sister baby daddy is D-thing? You females be backward." And lastly, another user would say, quote, "The first thing she thought to do was go through his phone," crying emoji. "At least grieve over the N-word first." And he's exactly right, because this was my exact same thought. Now, can you imagine someone pass away and one of the main concerns of yours is to get their phone? Like, we're living in some crazy times. And to be honest, I think we all knew that was coming, but we just didn't think that they would publicize it the way they are. That's something you're supposed to keep private. And I guess she realized that it was a foolish move, because this is the same reason why she posted and deleted it. But here's why I'm confused. Because before it became known that Fat and Duke was a thing, it was already a running joke that Duke was known for taking everybody's girlfriends and baby mamas. So with a stigma like that attached to your name, and knowing how you got to mess with him, what did she really expect? Keep in mind, this is the same guy that was also cool with your last baby father, but she decided to still mess with him. So, like I said, what do you expect? Or am I bugging? I don't know. Now, there was always girlfriend drama surrounding Duke messing with other girls, because allegedly, the last time he was locked up was when he was in OBlock, and according to rumors, he had got into an altercation involving females, which landed him behind bars that time. But anyway, some way, somehow, Melo Buckzz' name will be tossed around, whether it was in the comments or on Facebook, ironically. Underneath International Drill's post, where she would post Duke with a heartbreak emoji, sending her condolences, the comments were going wild. One person would say, quote, "Friends with benefits." Another user would say, quote, "Definitely was clapping them cheeks. It's okay, we not gonna judge you." Now, we don't know who the post concerning the girls in Duke phone was a reference to, especially being that the sister mentioned Parkway. We know that Melo isn't even from Parkway. But it has been a rumor in the past that the two were a little close with each other, and when Duke passed, her posts were a little, for the two just to be friends. For instance, she would repost a song she had with him where he referred to her as his little gangster chick, but then she captioned it saying, quote, "LOL, you know that though, Lancey. Heart emojis, wink emojis, my shorty." Now, I'm not the smartest man in the world, but something tells me that they were definitely more than friends. And it seemed like Melo was saying it in but so many words. But I'll leave that up to y'all. Now, after all the speculation about Duke and other women came out, it was Facebook slander going around about Melo allegedly being involved with Munna Duke. However, she addressed it slightly, as she would take to her IG story to say, quote, "I don't have Facebook. I don't even have a burner. Whatever y'all on there talking about with my name, that ish ain't me. Wrong bit." So that's pretty much it, man. Like I stated earlier for the fellas, just know that when you pass, depending on who you messing with, this could ultimately be your outcome. The last thing anyone should be worrying about after their loved one was just unalive is their phone. Not to mention, who in their right mind gave her his phone in the first place? You mean to tell me nobody thought to give his phone to his mom, his sister, I don't know if he had brothers, whoever, somebody close to the family? You mean to tell me somebody said it'd be a great idea to give his phone to his baby mother? Then on top of that, what runs through someone's mind to say, yeah, he just passed away, but I think I need a way to get to that phone, right? I don't know, man. Anyway, y'all jump in the comments, let me know what y'all think about this. What do y'all think about Duke's phone being ransacked right after his passing, and do you agree with it? Also, do you think after a loved one pass away that you can go through their phone? Let us know in the comments, man. Don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe. Hit that bell so you're notified every time we drop new content. And remember, as long as you keep on watching, I'ma keep on dropping. I'm out.